Hey guys, welcome to a new KeyForge video, and in this video we will be looking at part 1 of looking at the top cards in every KeyForge set. And since this is part 1, I thought I'd explain at the beginning how this is going to work. And basically how I'm going to do it is I'm going to pick what I believe are the top cards, and this isn't necessarily the best cards, but it is the coolest cards to play with, at least in my opinion. And to get started, we have Call of the Archons, and I picked 5 of what I believe are the top cards in this set. So to get it started, I have sort of a combination of cards, and I kind of classify it as one because it's 4 cards that when put together are amazing, and that is the Horsemen. And this includes the Horsemen of Pestilence, which reads play, fight, reap, deal 1 damage to each non-horseman creature. The Horsemen of War, which reads play for the remainder of the turn, each friendly creature can be used as if they were in the active house, but can only fight. The Horsemen of Famine, which reads play, fight, reap, destroy the least powerful creature. And the Horsemen of Death, which reads play, return each horseman creature from your discard pile to your hand. And these cards come in at number 5 on the list of top cards in Call of the Archons, and this is because together they can pull off some pretty cool combos, but the reason why they're lower on the list is because they're very rare to get out perfectly, because you pretty much have to have all of them in order to make the cool combos. Now, of course, they do have their own abilities that can help you in different situations, but I think mostly you're going to want to use these when they're all together, which is a little bit difficult to do, but if you save them up in your hand, you will be able to do it. Coming in at number 4, we have Khalfi Dragon, and this card I think is pretty neat. It reads, Khalfi Dragon cannot be played unless you have 7 Ember or more. Fight, reap, gain 1 Ember, deal 5 damage to a creature. So I think this creature is really cool, and the reason why it is a little bit more than the Horseman is just because of the fact that it has a really neat fight reap ability, which says gain 1 Ember, deal 5 damage to a creature, and I just think that's really helpful, especially when you're going to be fighting a lot with this creature, considering it's 12 power and it doesn't have any restrictions, making the damage less. So personally, I really like this card, and the only restriction to it is the fact that you can't play it unless you have 7 Ember or more, which in my opinion is okay, because you should be able to get some Ember out there if you have enough creatures and you can reap. At number 3, we have Creeping Oblivion, and I think this card is pretty neat because it reads play, purge up to 2 cards from a discard pile. And honestly, that's just super powerful, and there's no restrictions to it at all, because you could just choose your opponent's discard pile all the time and purge 2 creatures from it. This can especially be good if you have a good dis out there with some high powered discards, because then you can destroy creatures and purge them right away. At number 2, we have the Sting, and it reads, skip your forge a key step. You get all Ember spent by your opponent when forging keys. Action, destroy the Sting. And this just shows the true power of Shadows, because it just proves that they are a lot of hit and run kind of cards. And yes, I know there is a card called Hit and Run, but I do like the fact that this just shows kind of the stealing aspect of Shadows, because you can have it so that you give your opponent a bunch of Ember, and then they'll spend it to forge their key because they're gonna have to, and then you can just use the action on the next turn to destroy it so that you have all this Ember and you don't have any restrictions. And obviously you do skip your forge a key step, but I don't think you have to be too concerned about that, because to get rid of it, all you have to do is call Shadows and use its action to destroy this thing. And at number 1, we have Key Charge. And it reads, play, lose 1 ember. If you do, you may forge a key at current cost. And I believe this is one of the best key cheats out there, because it is the most simple key cheat, but it makes it so that you can get a key in 1 turn, and if you somehow have enough ember, you can then forge a key on your next turn if you have enough ember. Now, I just really like this card because you can pull off some pretty cool stuff with it, but overall, it's just a simple, really nice card to have, and I love the fact that this is kind of how key cheats were created, and it introduced key cheats, because there are other key cheats in this set, but I think this one really brings out the point of a key cheat. In case you're wondering, key cheats are basically just where you forge a key when you're not doing your forge a key step. So it's basically where you can forge a key in the middle of your turn when you're not necessarily supposed to. Alrighty guys, that's going to be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and there isn't going to be a card of the day with these videos because it's going to be the last one, unless if for some reason I have something else that I would like to do. And just so you guys know, if you haven't noticed, this is my opinion, and so it's not going to be perfect and it's not going to line up with your guys' opinions. But if you guys do have a different opinion, let me know what your favorite card of this set was. Or if you kind of agreed with what I ranked them at, then I think you should let me know and see if maybe you would switch some around or what you would do with it. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.